Another one that I thought about. Again, I don't have that many of them, but I really wanted to look at why were we afraid and did we really need to be afraid? Mm-hmm. So another one, and Jason might feel me on this one, that we used to be afraid of was quicksand. Jason's shaking his head.
You were scared of quicksand?
I mean, you weren't.
Oh, he wasn't. But he knows people who were.
Okay, Jason. You were never scared of quicksand. All right, maybe because he's a Floridian. I don't know.
Where were you going to find this? I feel like
Anywhere.
a Floridian...
That's the problem. Anywhere.
I feel like Floridians should be more scared of quicksand.
Well, they actually should, because guess what?
We got sinkholes here.
There's more quicksand in Florida.
You know, I'm scared of sinkholes. Because you don't know. You just be sitting there one day, and the next thing you know...
Were you afraid of sinkholes growing up?
Not like this level of like do a whole episode on it, but there was like some house went into a sinkhole and they all died, and I was like,
a lot of them.
I was like, man, that's it's pretty scary, huh?
When I first moved here, one of the first stories that I had reported on was like a guy that like got swallowed, like I don't know if it was a guy. The guy was the other one, but this was up in Tarpon Springs, and like somebody house kind of like got sucked into.
There was one where they weren't there.
A sinkhole. I think that was the one.
That was that
one.
And
I was like, what? Houses getting sucked into. This is, again, like, I'm like, see, quicksand. Quicksand was one of those ones where I was like, why were we afraid of it? It's just, I felt like at any time, like my mom driving somewhere.
Just gonna run into it.
Or like we're at the beach or just like walking home, like, I could find myself in a quicksand situation. Okay. And so, this never occurred to you?
No.
That's so interesting to me.
Not once.
Quicksand, do you know what it is?
It's sand that pulls you in quick.
It's just a mixture of sand and water, and it forms when sand
like a vacuum, right? So you can't get yourself out.
Yeah, so it's like, you're right. There's water and sand, and then the quick refers to how easily the sand shifts and becomes like semi-liquid.
Don't you have to like get on your stomach to crawl out?
Don't actually.
You have to like, oh no?
Basically, and this is speeding up a little bit, but like we probably didn't have to be really afraid because it's not really all that dangerous.
Yeah, because it's super slow.
Well, that's not it. It's just that like it has, the density is higher than the human body.
Okay.
So basically you only will sink down but so far. Oh. Like you'll probably only sink to your waist, and then you can like agitate it and move and get out of it.
That like, I wanted to reference something, but I won't.
What?
No, it's okay.
Tell me.
I'll tell you off my...
Okay. Why were we so afraid of quicksand, Jason? I thought it was like, there was a lot of episodes of like Scooby-Doo.
With quicksand?
That had quicksand involved.
There was also, it's like Princess Bride, right? Where he falls into it in the magic forest or whatever?
Well, there was the Never Ending Story.
Yes. Okay.
That's the thing.
Wasn't there one too with like a horse that falls
That's the Never Ending Story. Okay. So the Never Ending Story came out in the 80s. All of us loved that movie, like a lot of Gen Xers. I'm not gonna say all, but the majority of us, it's like one of those movies that like we all saw, we all loved. But in it, there's one specific scene where the hero, his name is Atreyu, he enters the swamp of sadness with his horse, Artax. I know, it's, oh my God, it's traumatic. It really is traumatic. He's protected from the swamp of sadness because he has he's got like a protection around him. So he's not, he can't get but so sad. But his horse isn't as lucky. And so when they go through the swamp of sadness, they get stuck in quicksand.
Damn, bro.
And the horse like can't get his mind around the fact that they'll get out of it. And so he just like sinks lower and lower and lower and lower. And then he goes under. And so I feel like the Never Ending Story set us up.
It just ruined you guys for quicksand.
For fear of quicksand. And there's a bunch of other scenes. Like I said, Scooby-Doo has a bunch of quicksand scenes. The Avenger cartoons. A lot of cartoons in the 80s had quicksand. Again, it's these things that like, they're real things, but then like Hollywood and the media get a hold of it and they're like, oh yeah, this is...
Made you feel like you might actually encounter this.
This is a good plot.
Like piranhas? Are piranhas something that you're
Piranhas
scared
were
of?
one of 'em.
Like you're never going to see a piranha.
they are out there.
Yeah, but... yeah, but, you know.
Were you afraid of piranhas?
No.
I don't feel like you had enough fears. I don't know what's up with you. I don't know why
I'm
you didn't
broken.
have these fears. But yeah, quicksand was one of those ones where in like looking back, I'm like, that really wasn't that big of a deal. Like, they got us with that one. But I would like to point out that I feel like now living in Florida, my chances of encountering quicksand are much higher.
It's not quicksand, it's sinkhole, and that's just going to pull you right in.
Well, that's not true because quicksand develops many places, but Florida is a hot spot for it. Again, it's probably a close
You
sister
moved to the place
of my fears.
of your fears.
In more ways than one.
Bermuda Triangle, quicksand. Like, you're not safe here, Nicole.
I know. I'm telling you.